Okay, so have you ever seen those realistic 3D models and scenes in Blend, like in communities and stuff? And you're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna make that. So you go to Blender, hop on your keyboard, and start making. And then turns out it's not that really realistic. Like, it just looks like flat plain surface, and most of the things are just boring and this and that. Well, that's the problem. You're just using one image and putting it on a cardboard. But now I'm going to teach you how to do it the professional way and make it look more realistic. To do that, we're going to use a thing called a PBR. So PBR stands for physically based rendering, which is, to put it in like the simplest way possible, is just making our scene models and stuff look slightly more realistic. Yeah. If you want to know how to do it, then let's go. So now you're here, you want to make PBR. So let me show you real quick of how the differences between a non-PBR material and a PBR material. Okay, so now you see right here, this is what we're gonna do today, and this is what the plain old way that people does. So you see right here, the same reflection. You can only tell the differences between rocks and sand by the colors. It's not really reflective or anything. And now you got this, which is still a plane, but it gives us this illusion that it's kind of popping out. Which, if you really wanted to pop it out, then I will make it in the second video to do displacements. So yeah, let's go. So you open a new file, delete your camera and your lights, and you got your cube. So what you're gonna do is you're going to go to shading and you're going to add a new color. Now, the simple automatic way that you can do is to use a hotkey, which to use that hotkey, you need to turn on an add-on. So go to Edit, Preferences, and search Node Wrangler. You only do this once. After you've done this, you're done. So search Node Wrangler. Is if it's unticked, tick it. If it's ticked, then good. So now to automatically make them set it up for you, just do Control-Shift-T. Control-Shift-T, yeah. Control-Shift-T. And then they're going to go to where you downloaded the materials, which I will tell you where to get the materials later. So now you got the normal map, and now it doesn't look like what I showed you in the intro, the first part, but you just need to look for this normal map. It's right here, and increase the strength. If you increase it to like 10, it will look very bumpy. If you make a 0, then no difference, which I think it like in between, not too much, not too little, about this. Yeah, and there we go. So now you might be asking, where do you get the textures? So let me delete these real quick. Okay, I get the textures from a place called Polyhaven. Polyhaven. Let me show you the website. Okay, so yes, I get my models from Polyhaven, whatever you want to call it, Polyhaven. So this place has models, textures, HDRIs. Now what we're looking for is textures right now, and you just go choose any texture you want, like anything. There's a lot of options, and then after you download it, it's gonna come in a zip file, just extract it right here. If you don't know how to extract, then maybe I would need to make a video of how to extract zip files, but just extract it and it'll come in like 4 or 5 textures. So now you downloaded it and you just do it the automatic way or the manual way. So now the automatic way is good. Like you don't have to set it up by yourself. But sometimes you get cases when the textures you downloaded from doesn't work with the automatic setup. Because it can't set it up automatically every time. It depends on the name of your file. So now Polyhaven is good since the textures can automatically set up. But if you find cases when you can't set it up automatically, then you need to do it manually. So basically just open the folder where you save the files. So documents, Blender, textures, and let's say you saved sandy gravel because it's my favorite texture. So right here, we got 5 images. Now, my students, I don't know if I didn't really teach them or they just don't really understand that much yet, but basically they just use one of the textures and duplicate them, which is wrong since each of the textures have its own purpose. So I'm going to teach you what it does and what it's for right now. So first, you're going to look for the one that looks the closest to your texture. So it's this one. Or maybe look at the name. It's the color right here. Drag it in right there. So the color is going to be what you're going to show. What you're going to show to the people. Like when you do it the normal way, right? Like this. So drag it in and connect the color to the base color. Like this. And now you're going to do the next one. You're going to look for roughness. This one, roughness. So this is going to tell the program which part of the cube to reflect, which part to not to like symbiosis. Wait, I'm using the wrong word. To kind of help tell which part to reflect to show each material its unique reflection. So right here, and you're gonna drag the color into the roughness. Pretty simple, yeah. So now the next one you're gonna look for is normal. So the normal is what's gonna be the bumpiness of our model, because right now it reflects properly. It does, but it still doesn't look that bumpy. So just drag in the normal like this. Now everyone would just go drag the color into the normal. No, you need to convert this color into a normal first. So basically, common sense. Just drag the color and put it on the same color. So yellow is not the same as purple. So we need another block node to transfer yellow into purple. So Shift A, search, and we're gonna search for normal map like this. And we're gonna drag the normal map into normal. And we're gonna drag the color into color. And voila, it's going there. It's getting there. So now the last one, it's not gonna be important yet, but we would need to use it in the future. It's the displacement or the AO right here. And just drag it in. And there we go. So there's going to be at the material output. If you don't have the material output, then you shouldn't be seeing this. It's basically the part where it shows the cube, the cube's texture. If we don't have it, then it won't show the texture. So there's this part for displacement, and you're just gonna drag it in. No, you're not gonna drag it in. That's purple. So we need another converter, but it's not normal map. Instead, it's gonna be called displacement. So search Shift A, search displacement. And right here we have displacement, and we're just gonna drag the color. We're just gonna drag the color into the height of the displacement, and add the displacement into the displacement. No, it's not really gonna do anything yet. It will in the future to actually make it bumpy geometrically. So now go to the normal map and you can adjust the strength just like what we did in the start of the video. So now you got your PBR. Yeah, right there. This is just part 1. There's can be more later, but this is for now. So if you want to do the next part, then see you in the next video. If you're still not sure how to add textures or basic to adding colors and stuff, you can go wait for another video to come out. That's for today, and see you later. Okay, bye bye.